Hey everyone, my name's Jake. I'm a mechanical engineer, and I'm here with the first-hand knowledge that you need to graduate with any degree you want. And today, we're going to talk about how to start planning for your career well before you graduate. Let's go. So one day, in the not-so-distant future, you're going to graduate. You're going to put on your funny dress, you're going to walk down an aisle, and you're going to shake hands with all your professors who are also wearing funny dresses, and you're going to take pictures with your friends and family and be very happy, right? So my question to you is, what comes next? What's next for you? What happens the day after that? Have you asked yourself these questions yet? Yeah, I wouldn't be that surprised if you haven't spent that much time thinking about this kind of stuff, right? School can be so consuming and so demanding that your focus, 100% of your focus is almost always on just getting to graduation, right? And then once you get there, you might be blindsided by what comes after. A lot of students, I think, forget that graduation isn't the end. It's actually just the doorway to the rest of your life, right? Your career. So this can kind of lead to students just jumping at whatever their first job offer is, right? They see the dollar signs and they say, oh yeah, give it to me, right? Especially since, they've been probably eating top ramen for the last 5 years. I get it. Just be careful here. You don't want to make the mistake of jumping at whatever your first offer is, especially since, your first job, your first career really sets the tone, the trajectory for the rest of your career, right? It's very important. So don't make the mistake of maybe thinking you're not valuable. You've graduated, you're a professional and qualified individual now, right? You're a valuable asset to a lot of companies. So take the time to be picky, and you want to make the right choice for your first career. So I want to help you with that, right? I want to better prepare you for life after graduation, okay? And that comes in the form of 5 simple questions, all right? These 5 questions you should be asking yourself starting day 1 freshman year, okay? And the more regularly you ask yourself these questions, the more prepared you'll be for the decisions that are going to face you the day after you graduate, all right? So let's get to it. Question 1, how do you want to use your degree, right? This one might seem kind of obvious, but do you have an answer? Have you asked yourself this question? I hope you have. But a lot of students don't. They wait till after graduation to start asking themselves, what's next, right? So how do you want to use your degree? Do you want to start your own company? Do you want to work for someone else? What type of fields are you interested in? What kind of things do you want to work on after you're done with school? As your education evolves, your answer to this question might change and might evolve with your education, but that's good. That's a good thing. You want to really narrow it down by continuing to ask yourself this question. You will continue to narrow down and hone in on exactly what you want to do after graduation. Question 2, where do you want to work? So based on your answer to question 1, you can then start to determine, hey, what companies, what businesses are involved in what I'm interested in, right? And you can start to research those companies, develop a list of potential places that you see yourself being happy at. You can start to network with people that work there. Maybe you know people that already work there. You can ask them, hey, is it a pretty awesome place or, not so much? You can start to determine a list of your potentials well before graduation happens, right? The last thing you want is to be stuck in the first just decent paying offer after graduation. So take the time to determine a list of potential places that you'd be happy working at well before graduation, and you'll set yourself up for, the right choice after graduation. Question 3, where do you want to live? So the place where you live geographically can have a pretty big impact on your mental well-being and happiness, right? So, for example, I'm very passionate about mountain biking. It's what I love to do. It's what I love to spend my time on outside of work and school. So obviously I have to be located in a place that has mountains. So that's why I live in Salt Lake City, Utah. So what are your hobbies? What kind of things do you like to spend your time on outside of work and school? And how do those things guide you in the places that you'll be happy in living? Some other things to consider are, cost of living, Family. Do you have family in the area? Do you want to have family in the area? Taxes, nightlife, outdoor activities, do you want to be close to the beach? Do you want to be close to the mountains? Proximity to stuff, right? How close are these places to other things? How close is it to work, to school? Speaking of schools, how are the schools in the area if you plan to have kids, or if you already have kids? Researching the schools can be important. And then on top of that, future opportunity. If you go, if you look at living in small towns, is there a lot of future opportunity for you to grow, or do you even care? These are a lot of things that can contribute to making a certain place attractive or unattractive. So try to get a good idea of some places that you'd be happy living in. And that really will guide, your decision in where you're going to end up after graduation. Question 4, what kind of lifestyle do you want? So how do you want to spend your time when you're not at work, right? What kind of things do you want to spend your time on? Do you want to spend a lot of time at work, or do you want to spend a lot of time at home? Do you want to spend a lot of time traveling? Do you want a big house, nice car, or do you even care about those kind of things? What kind of stuff do you want to spend your time and money on outside of work? These are the types of things that will define your lifestyle, right? Which will then guide you toward certain careers or jobs that can support your desired lifestyle. Question 5, how much does my lifestyle cost? So based on your answer to question 4, you should really attempt to assign a cost to your desired lifestyle, right? So if big house, nice car, a lot of traveling are really important to you, you're going to have a higher cost, $150,000, $200,000 a year or more lifestyle, right? If you are more of a frugal person and it's not as important for you to have very expensive things, then you might be fine with $60,000, $70,000 a year or less. Defining and assigning a cost to your lifestyle will really point you in different directions as far as career goes, right? So more expensive lifestyle, you need a higher paying job with a lot of upward mobility, right? Lower expensive lifestyle, you have a little bit more freedom. You're a little bit more open to the jobs that you can say yes to. So it's important to assign a cost to your lifestyle because it'll really define which way you need to go with your career choice. So there you have it. Those 5 questions, right? What do I want to do with my degree? Where do I want to work? Where do I want to live? What kind of lifestyle do I want? And how much does that lifestyle cost? Okay, so by asking yourself those questions and having an answer to them regularly throughout school will really set you up, will really point you in the right direction once graduation comes. So, I want to reemphasize the importance of that first job, that first career choice that you make. So right now, your degree, your education is what is important for you, right? Is what qualifies you. But once you take that first job or go into that first career, your experience becomes what's important. That's the thing that moves you forward from then on, is your experience. Your degree takes a back seat to your experience. So that's why that first decision in what you do after school is I think more important than people realize. So by educating yourself, getting the things in place, asking yourself these questions well before graduation, you will be setting yourself up for the best decision possible, right? You'll be setting yourself up to go in the right direction for you. But what are you guys doing? What kind of directions are you planning to go after school, right? What stuff are you guys interested in pursuing? I'd love to hear from you. Or just if you have a question, feel free to leave a comment. And if you want to know more about how to start pursuing your career well before graduation, be sure to check out my book. I'll put a link for that in the description. But until next time, thanks for watching and keep up the good work.